And the U.S. Supreme Court could be preparing to reverse Roe versus Wade, the decision in place since the early 70s that has protected abortion rights. Chief Justice John Roberts today confirmed that a draft of a majority opinion had leaked to Politico and that it is genuine. With more on what it would mean for Illinois, here's Amanda Vinicky. Amanda.
Yeah, Brenda, that draft opinion calls Roe egregiously wrong and returns the issue of abortion to the people's elected representatives, so to Congress and to the states. Abortion rights activists and Democrats in Illinois say that they had anticipated something like this and passed measures in preparation.
We saw the warnings. Here in Illinois, we've done a lot of the work.
No matter what atrocious opinion the Supreme Court officially rolls out this summer in regards to Roe v. Wade, abortion is safe and legal in Illinois.
Among the measures that Pritzker says Illinois had the foresight to pass was one he penned into law early in his term. While 13 states have trigger laws that would automatically ban abortions if Roe is overturned, Illinois law does the opposite. 2019's Reproductive Health Act enshrines in state law individuals' rights to make decisions about their reproductive health, including access and taking birth control and abortions. About 6 months ago, Pritzker repealed a law that had required minors' parents be notified before they could have an abortion.
Illinois continues to show the nation what it looks like to empower women so we can be parents on our own time if and when we choose to do so. Together, we put over-the-counter birth control at our pharmacies. We put pads and tampons at all our community colleges and universities. We put privacy protections in place for our most vulnerable young people dealing with some of the hardest decisions of their lives.
Now, reinstating the parental notification requirement that you just heard Representative Harper there reference is among the actions that State Representative Adam Nyberg, who represents a rural area in southeastern Illinois, wants taken. Nyberg says the anticipated Supreme Court ruling is a call to action for those who are anti-abortion. He says ideally he would want Illinois to repeal that Reproductive Health Act and to even ban abortions outright.
In Illinois, it would be a very difficult process. And that is something that folks here throughout the state need to understand, that until the legislature is solidly Republican, that until the governor's office is solidly Republican, that these pro-choice measures will stay in place. And I do believe that through time, we'll be able to chip away at the radical abortion legislation that has been passed in the last 2 years. And I think people throughout the state of Illinois understand and agree with that.
He says that it's not going to happen overnight, but he says he's in it for the long haul. Right now, you have measures that would restrict abortions stalling in Illinois, including one that he is sponsor of that would require ultrasounds to be offered to anyone seeking an abortion 8 weeks into pregnancy or beyond.
Well, there is statistical analysis out there that says 80% of women that are shown their child, shown the ultrasound, decide to choose life because they see that child developing, and they understand that it is a human being, that child needs to be given the opportunity for life. So once they have that opportunity to see the ultrasound, it can change hearts and minds when it comes to whether or not they decide to go through the abortion or whether or not they decide to have the child.
Meanwhile, though, Democrats say that there is more that Illinois can and should be doing to help to protect and to increase access to abortions.
So our responsibility, and I challenge each and every one of you to get as creative as we can, is to think about what else our force field needs. What else do the women and pregnant people coming from other states that restrict abortion need when they come to us? We've got a bill sitting in the Senate to protect healthcare workers from adverse actions from other states. Are we going to look to ways to ensure that the parents in Alabama or Texas who want to access gender-affirming care for their trans kid know that they're welcome here?
As other states have blocked access to abortions, Illinois has seen an increase in people coming here to have that procedure. Now, Democrats say that the next step is ensuring that Illinois will be a haven and to help those individuals.
We have the responsibility locally to coordinate life-saving mutual aid that includes abortion funds, transportation, and enacts radical hospitality for anyone living and traveling to Illinois who needs access to a safe abortion. Because when the Supreme Court has failed reproductive justice, Illinois has not and will not.
Look for both sides to make this a major issue in this year's elections. The decision, the issue of abortion could have a major impact on races, particularly on any Republican primaries. With that, sending it back to you, Brandis.